Do you like all the pretty colours? What am I doing today? Am I baking cupcakes? No, I'm planting tomato seeds. It's going to be so much fun. Hi there, it's Lou from This Patch of Earth again, and can you believe it's July already? What happened to the rest of the year? And July means that here in Melbourne, it's time to sow our tomato seeds and get them going. So traditionally, I have put my tomato seeds into all sorts of things, sometimes into these little jiffy pots, sometimes into toilet roll holders that I make little pots out of, sometimes just into small plastic pots, smaller than this one. But I thought this time I'm going to try something different. I've seen lots of people making their paper pots, and I happen to have a whole lot of paper that I thought I might as well use. And it's actually paper that I've saved from our toilet roll wrappings. So each of the toilet rolls that we have comes wrapped in paper. There's no plastic involved, which is nice. And I've managed to save 57 sheets of paper, can you believe it? No judgment. We had nearly 6 people. We actually had 6 people at different times during lockdown. So that's a lot of bathroom breaks, 24 hours a day in the house. So yeah, I've got all the pieces of paper here, and I've actually made up a lot of the pots. So I'm going to show you how I did them. They're very quick. Theo timed me, and the one that he did, I did in 38 seconds, but probably my average is about 40 seconds. So making up 60 pots, it's well under an hour. Now you might think, Louise, seriously, I'm not going to spend an hour doing something like that. But let me challenge you, my friends. If you were to get in your car and go to the local garden centre, would you be gone for more than an hour? If you're anything like me, you will definitely be gone for more than an hour. And, 60 of these is going to set you back around about $20, and the little peat ones will set you back about $25. But we all know, you and I are friends, we know that that's not the true savings, because if you're anything like me, when you go to the local garden centre, you and your wallet need very close supervision, because you are not just going to go in there and buy those little pots that you need for your seedlings. You're going to have a wander around, and in that hour or so that you're in the garden centre, you're going to spend $80, $100 or more dollars. So I'm saving you a lot of money here. You can actually do this with newspaper. You don't have to do it, if you don't get your toilet rolls wrapped in this paper, that's fine. Newspaper is the most common thing used, but it's a very quick and easy process. So I'm going to show you how I did it. I've got everything else I need here. I've got my little paddle sticks to label my tomato seeds. I've got my seeds, and I thought I'd show you what I've done with my seeds, because I used to have them all in these little pots, and that was fine, worked perfectly well, but I had to sort of almost take everything out to be able to see what was in there. Whereas I saw somewhere, and I can't remember where, sorry if you're the person I saw it on, I haven't given you acknowledgement, but using an old photo album. So this is perfect because I can see them all. So if you're an avid seed collector like me, I think I'm embarrassed to say that I have 30 varieties of tomato, which is hence the 60 pots. I'm going to try doing 2 of each to start with. Then this is just great because you can just flick through and find your seeds really easily. So I hope that's a good little tip for you. So I've got all my seeds ready. Got my paddle sticks. I've got my seed raising mix. All I need now is all my pots ready. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of paper, and we'll give you a bit of a close-up. But you take a piece of paper, fold it over into 3, but leaving about an inch at the top. So an inch in the old money, couple of centimetres. So I've just folded that over into 3. And then what I'm going to do, you can use a cup, you could use a pot, you could use a jar. I actually like them kind of the squarey shape, and this is about the right size that I want, because what I'm planning to do with them is once they get a few true leaves, I will be not taking them out of these. They will stay in this because this is biodegradable and it will break down. And I'll pop it into the bottom of a pot about that size, because tomatoes like to be buried quite deep. I'll take off the bottom couple of leaves, and then I can just put the potting mix around it to pot on into a larger pot before they go into the ground. So this is the size that I want, and I'm just going to pop my little bottle, my oil bottle here, and then just wrap around, leaving the kind of 2 centimetres or inch of the single ply, I guess you would call it, at the top. So So just making sure that you haven't got any of the sort of double ply, if you like, going over the end of your bottle or your jar. So just sort of adjust it a little bit, because when you fold this in, if you've got any of that thicker area, it will make it too bulky. Okay, and I quite like to start with the edge that is the loose edge and then work my way around, just going like that. Turn it over, give it a good press down, and then take your bottle or jar out. And then again, I start with the loose edge here. And you don't have to do this. This probably adds an extra 10, 15 seconds, but it makes it much stronger, is I just fold in the top. And that way it doesn't come unraveled, and it makes it a very strong pot. And then you just kind of use your fingers to pull it apart, and you've got a pot made. So it's a very quick and simple process. So let's do another one, and this time I'm going to time it. So I've got my stopwatch on 0, and I'm going to get one in front of me, and then press start, and let's get going. So 1 fold, 2 folds, get the bottle in, wrap it around nice and tight. There we go. Make sure that it's not coming above the top, and then fold in, give it a squash down, fold in the top to make it strong. Actually, at this point, it's less than 30 seconds, so if you didn't want to do this, very quick. And sort of pull apart and stop. Okay, so there I've beaten the last one, and that is 35 seconds and 0.38. That's my record so far. So it is a very quick process, well under an hour to do 60 pots. And just as an alternative, in case you don't have paper, perhaps you've got some extra toilet rolls that you can use instead, I'll just show you how to make a pot out of the toilet rolls. It's very, very simple. Basically just make even cuts, 3 or 4 of them on the side. And once you've finished that, oops, might do that one a little bit more. You just fold 1 in, 2 in, 3 in, and 4 in. And you've got a nice sturdy pot. And by the time you put your potting mix in there and pop them onto a tray all nicely together, they're going to be nice and stable. And again, when you're ready to pop your tomato seedling or other pepper, any type of seedling, into the pot, you can just pop it in and put the potting mix around it, and you don't have to disturb the roots at all, because these will gradually over time break down and the roots will be able to work their way through them because of the moisture breaking down the cardboard. So we'll bring you back in a moment and show you what it all looks like once we've got our seed raising mix in. So all of our tomatoes for the season are seeds in, labelled, ready to go. All I need to do now is give them a quick water so that they're all watered in and happy. And I don't actually have any heat mats, because usually what you would do is put them under a cold frame or in a greenhouse on heat mats, but I don't have any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this tray on top of a small table in the house next to a sunny windowsill, and it's going to be above one of our ducted heat vents. So I'm hoping that that will do the job, and then once they start to come up and get a few leaves on them, they'll come out into my new little mini greenhouse, and we'll see how we go from there. But I think all in all, it's been a good afternoon's work, and hopefully in a few months' time we will be well and truly reaping the benefits and chomping on gorgeous, freshly homegrown tomatoes, perhaps with some lovely avocado and some sourdough bread and all the yummy things of life. So over and out now from this patch of earth and Lou, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.